I used to care a lot about being the favorite friend. Like, I wanted to be that friend that you call first when something happens. If you had a problem, I wanted to be the person you came to. If you needed advice, I wanted you to think of me. And honestly, I even used to feel a little jealous when I found out that one of my friends opened up about something personal about their life to another friend instead of me. And looking back now, I'm like, why did I care so much? I think when you're younger, friendship can sometimes feel like a competition without you even realizing it. You want to know where you stand. You want to know who your best friend is. You want to know if you are their best friend too. You want to know if they would choose you over somebody else. And I definitely had that side of me before. I wanted to feel important to the people I cared about. I wanted to feel like I had a special place in their lives. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with wanting to feel valued, but I think the problem starts when you begin measuring the friendship based on how much someone chooses you compared to somebody else. Now that I'm in my 40s, I just don't really have the energy for that anymore. I've had so many different kinds of friendships throughout my life that I've realized there isn't really one definition of what a good friends looks like. Some friends are the friends you go out with. You can have dinner together, watch a movie, go shopping, travel together, and just have a really good time with them. Then there are also those group of friends that you barely go out with. But when you sit down together, suddenly you're talking about your life, your family, your problems, your fears, and you realize, okay, this group of people knows a completely different side of me. And then there are those friends you've known for years where you barely talk. Maybe you text once a year, maybe once every 2 years. And somehow when you finally talk again, it's like no time has passed. And I used to think that if someone wasn't constantly checking on me, or if I wasn't the person they went to first, maybe the friendship wasn't important anymore. I know it sounds very petty, but now, of course, I don't think that way. Because people have different lives, they have different personalities, they have different ways of showing love and care. And just because someone doesn't treat friendship exactly the way I do doesn't automatically mean they don't value me. And this is something I really had to learn as I got older because I used to take things personally. Like, why did you tell her that and not to me? Why did you call her instead of me? Why did you invite her and not me? Why are you closer to her? And now I'm just like, okay, tell whoever you want to tell, call whoever you want to call, go to whoever you want to go. Like, I don't need to be the favorite. I don't need to be the first person you call. I don't even want that responsibility anymore. Because being someone's favorite friend also means sometimes being the person they constantly rely on. And when you're an introvert, when you already enjoy your own company, when you live alone and you've already built a very quiet life for yourself, sometimes you actually don't want to be responsible for everybody else's emotions. Like, I can love you and still not want to be your emotional emergency contact, right? And I think that's something a lot of women in their 30s or 40s will understand. We are getting older. We have our own problems, okay? We have our own responsibilities. We have our own things we're trying to figure out. And I don't want friendship to feel like another job or another responsibility. I also don't really understand this thing where people call each other their best friends, but they constantly talk about each other behind their backs. And yes, maybe I'm just getting older, but I've become very careful with the word friend. I don't casually use it anymore. For me, the word friend is actually very special. There are people I've worked with for years who I genuinely like. There are people I enjoy talking to. There are people who I can have coffee or matcha with, go shopping with, or have dinner with. But that doesn't automatically mean I consider them my friend. And it's not because I think I'm better than them. It's actually the opposite sometimes. I respect the word friendship too much, especially at this age, because I have seen way too many situations where people call each other friends but secretly don't like each other. They talk about each other behind their backs, they compete with each other, they use each other when they need something, and then the moment something happens, suddenly everybody is taking sides. I've seen enough of that I know that I don't want that kind of friendship. And maybe that's also why I'm perfectly okay with having fewer people in my life now. I don't need a huge circle. I don't need to be invited everywhere. I don't need to be included in everything, in every dinner, in every trip, every birthday, every weekend plans. Like, I couldn't care less. And I definitely don't need to know that I am someone's number one or favorite friend. Sure, it's gonna sound music to my ears, it's gonna feel good, but if you do love me, I certainly appreciate it. I am so grateful. If you care about me, I appreciate it. If you want to spend time with me, I'm happy to spend time with you. But I'm not going to sit there and compare myself to your other friends anymore. If you have another friend that you feel more comfortable talking to about certain things in your life, that's totally fine. Maybe she's better at giving you relationship advice. Maybe I'm better at listening. Maybe another friend is the person you call when you want to go out. Maybe I'm the person you call when you want to sit somewhere quietly and talk about life over matcha. And maybe there's another friend you haven't spoken to in 2 years, but when you finally meet again, you still have that connection so strong that it felt like you just saw each other yesterday. So why do we have to compete with each other? We don't. And I think that's one of the nicest things about getting older. You stop trying to force relationships into a specific shape. You stop asking, what am I to you? And you start asking yourself, how do I feel when I'm around you? Do I feel comfortable? Do I feel respected? Can I be my 100% self around you? Can I trust you? Can we disagree without trying to destroy each other? Can we be happy for each other without secretly competing? Those things matter to me so much more now than being someone's favorite friend. And maybe this is also part of becoming more comfortable with being on your own or being alone. Because when you're happy with your own company, you don't desperately need people to choose you. You can simply enjoy someone's presence without needing their constant attention. You can appreciate a friendship without needing to own it. And you can let people have other friendships without feeling like you've lost something. So, no, I don't really care if I'm not your favorite friend anymore or if I'm your favorite friend. I just want to be a friend that you genuinely respect. If we talk every day, that's beautiful. If we talk once every few months, that's okay too. If we grow apart, I'll probably be sad about it. But I'm not going to chase you just to prove that I'm still important to you. And if one day you suddenly realize that I'm not the kind of friend or person you want in your life anymore, that's okay. I will respect that. I am simply getting to an age where I don't want to compete for a place in anybody's life. I just want the people who are meant to be there. And the people who aren't, I can let them go without making it a whole dramatic thing. Because at this point in my life, I don't really want to be the favorite. I just want the friendship to be real. That for me is more than enough.